take it easy. Why are you so pressed?
Can I help you with anything?
You can give me your name and badge number.
For what reason?
I would just like to know who I'm talking to.
Alright, if you're gonna hang out here, can you just stay on the sidewalk over there?
So of course, deputy called backup in because a man with the camera. Not everybody with a camera is gonna hurt you, deputy.
Just take it easy. Why are you so pressed?
Relax.
That's ridiculous.
okay.
I am calm. I'm fine.
You don't seem calm. You're shouting at him.
Can I get your name and badge number, by the way?
Oh, you can call in if you want.
See, Deputy Weber, that's the kind of unprofessionalism brings a gap between law enforcement and the public.
I apologize for the way
Thank you,
I
sir.
acted.
I appreciate
Okay.
that.
We don't have body cameras.
Your sheriff here for Brevard County is who?
Wayne Ivey.
Wayne Ivey.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and oh yeah, it's ladies' night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in Florida, Brevard County. We have a Brevard County Sheriff here. Right in front of us. We are here to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to record law enforcement and hold them accountable. Excuse me, sir? I can't hear you.
Can I help you with anything?
No, I don't need any help. You can give me your name and badge number now, though.
For what reason?
I would just like to know who I'm talking to. Sorry, what'd you say your name was again, sir?
Campagnon.
Campagnon?
Yep.
And your badge number?
Why do you want it?
I just like to know who I'm talking to, that's all. You wanted to talk to me.
You know my name.
I know your
What's
name.
your name?
I know your name. Okay, that's good.
Alright, if you're gonna hang out here, can you just stay on the sidewalk over there? Just
Right, I'll take a few steps back if you're scared. That's not a
You're
problem.
in the roadway.
Right, this is not, that's
I
fine.
want you to get hit by a car.
Oh, it's fine. I think you're blocking the roadway. I think I'll be all right.
Okay.
I took a few steps back for you, though, just in case you're scared or anything. You see, ladies and gentlemen, Brevard County Sheriff. Florida is a police state. It's exactly what's going on here. It's a police state. Can I help you with something? No, I don't need any help. Actually, can I get your name and badge number? Campione. Your badge number? Why do you need it? Because I asked for it. I'm a member of the public and you're a public servant. And you should be giving me your name and badge number. So you never want to give them any excuse to arrest you for obstruction, something silly like that. Hey man, how are you? Florida wants to make this, what I'm doing here, peacefully recording, illegal, punishable by up to a year in jail. Your freedom being taken away from you, a criminal record for recording law enforcement from less than 25 feet away. It's absolutely ridiculous. Ever since I started auditing law enforcement, I always wondered why they get so triggered over a camera. It just makes no sense to me. So of course, Deputy Campione called backup in. Of course he would, because a man with the camera. Hey sir, how are you? Good. They're not heroes. Calling in backup for a man with the camera is absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure they cannot wait until the law passes for 25 feet.
Yeah, he's done. I'm gonna do a couple more, so I'll just say that. Okay.
Not everybody with a camera is gonna hurt you, deputy. Cameras aren't scary, man. Hey, what?
Just take it easy. Why are you so pressed?
You just got here.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just letting him know that.
Why- but-
I'm letting him know. If you let me speak, I'm just letting him know that cameras don't hurt anybody.
He knows that camera's so hurting.
Well, obviously he doesn't, because he told me to step back. He called you over here. He's scared of the camera.
I'll explain. He didn't call me over. I showed up because you got here.
He doesn't know what you're gonna do when you come in and show up.
I don't know what you're going to do. There's more videos of law enforcement officers attacking citizens than there is citizens attacking law enforcement.
Relax.
That's ridiculous.
It's okay.
I am calm. I'm
You
fine.
don't seem calm. You're shouting at him saying,
No,
"Hey,
no,
well,
no.
the
I'm just
cameras don't
talking.
work."
Yeah, they don't hurt people.
Yeah, no, the,
Hey.
the only thing I asked you is just to back up a little bit.
And did I not back up a couple steps,
you
right?
did.
Okay. So there's no need for,
Did I
you
have
know,
any issue with you? No. Right?
I'm just saying when you call him back up, it's kind of
Calling back up. I just showed up.
right because the man with the camera's here, right?
No, because he's doing the traffic. Hey, let's let him go. Let's not hold him up. Listen.
Yeah. Can I get your name and badge number, by the way?
Oh, you can call in if you want. My name's right here. It's Deputy Weber. But you
Deputy
call-
Weber. See, Deputy Weber, that's the kind of unprofessionalism, which is why it brings a gap between law enforcement and the public. You know, you could call in. Is that really necessary to say? When I ask you for your name and badge number politely, you can call in. Come on, man.
If you would like to, you can do that. I don't think I've been anything but cordial to you, sir.
No, but listen, I'm not. Listen, all I'm saying is when somebody asks you for your name and badge number, you could just give it to them respectfully. That's it.
My name.
Right.
Deputy
That's
Weber.
okay. You don't have to say you can call in. That's the kind of attitude that it shows that you don't like people who are recording you.
Watch out, I don't-
It doesn't have to be that way.
No, I love people recording me. It's great. I'm all for transparency. You're good. But you were just
I work with law enforcement agencies to promote First Amendment training. I have nothing against law enforcement in general. What I'm against is people who escalate a situation that doesn't need to be
I
escalated.
would love to point something out to you.
Sure.
Which is, you've already made assumptions about what we're doing, right? You're claiming that he called back up. He didn't call back up. I just showed up.
Right.
So it seems like you have some predisposition about us already, and I don't think I've been anything but cordial to you, because I'd love to be cordial to you and promote First Amendment stuff. It's great. He gave you a reason to stand back, right? And the reason he does is because I don't think you understand from our perspective sometimes the stuff that happens.
I don't understand from your perspective.
Yes,
How many law enforcement officers do you know that somebody came up to them with a camera and hurt them? How many do you know?
Well, he didn't know that you were coming up with.
I'm just saying, if we want to talk about, I'm big into statistics, right? And facts and actual real evidence. There is not one case of somebody who's recording like I am, outwardly recording, going up to a law enforcement officer and hurting them. That's
Right,
just not
because that would be counterproductive. You wouldn't record yourself doing that.
right. Exactly.
He's not afraid that you're recording.
Then why back up?
Because,
Then why give an order to back up?
because we have to maintain our level of safety in what we do.
Right. So that means you're afraid.
It's not that we're afraid. It's
If you
that
weren't
we have
afraid,
to-
you wouldn't tell me to back up.
We have to control the situation because we do not know what you're going to do. You could be that one case. We don't know. That's all I'm saying.
Right. I listen. Listen. I'm all for everyone's safety, but you know, when you tell somebody to back up, you're doing that. You're using under the guise of officer safety. And again, like you said, no one with the cameras ever hurt any law enforcement officers before. It doesn't happen,
So,
deputy.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it, right?
Right. I mean,
don't-
you never heard of it, right?
No, I haven't.
Right.
That's true. But I just wanted to explain to you that does it seem that you want to, when you tell us that we're escalating something, but in the end you say, okay, well, deputy, nobody with the camera's ever going to hurt you.
I was just trying to explain.
But
I
you
didn't
said-
tell him that. Listen, can you understand from my perspective? I waited till he was done with the traffic stop. I realized he was done with the traffic stop, and I just wanted to talk to him and say, hey, listen, not everybody with a camera is trying to hurt you. The public is not trying to hurt you.
I do not think he thinks that.
I don't know what he thinks.
Right, okay. But I'm just explaining to you, do you not see how that in itself might be escalating the situation? Because it seems a little like you're taking a jab at him, right? He never, listen, I don't think he escalated from what I saw. I don't know, I wasn't here the whole time. But from what I saw, it didn't look like he treated you unfairly. He never called for backup, but when you say that you called for backup and that you're making a statement of, hey, not everybody's going to hurt you, I don't think he thought you were going to hurt me. But the thing is like, if you're this distance, right, and we have to turn our back to you and do something, it's counterproductive to our safety. I'm all for people recording all this stuff. We're always recording. I'm still recording.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's just we have to maintain some level of control in our situation because of the job we do. And we don't think you're a threat. I don't think anybody with a camera is a threat. But it's just what we have to do. It's a part of our procedures. It's how we're trained. It's how we do stuff. Now, I'm not saying in those situations a lot of people go, oh, that's how we're trained, and they do things negatively, right? And that's not good. But how we are, I think we're trained very well.
I haven't said that. You know, he yelling at me, violating my rights, or anything like that. I've been doing this for 4 years, holding police officers accountable, and I have had way worse interactions.
And
This
you've
is
only been doing it in Brevard?
no. I do it across the country: Hawaii, California, New York, Florida, everywhere in between, across the country. I also I participate in trainings with law enforcement agencies, ride-alongs, things like that. I have nothing against law enforcement. I have friends in law enforcement that believe in the First Amendment. It's not anything personal, but I just try and act like, hey, listen, I'm here to record. I was never this close to him, right? We're talking right now. Obviously, it's different, but I was never that close to the traffic stop. I always like to stay like 10, 15 feet away. And, you know, it's not that big of a deal. When you say, hey, take a few steps back for me, it's kind of like, you know, let's get to a point where we normalize cameras. It's not a big deal. Like you said, no one with the camera wanted to hurt anybody. And let's just accept that somebody wants to record you and say, oh, all right, I don't care. You know, I don't think that the orders of step back a few feet for me. I know you say that, and I'm not saying you escalated at all, sir. Let me be clear. The only thing that I didn't like tonight was that, you know, when I asked you guys for your names and badge numbers, you said you can get it, you can call in. You're like, why do you need it? You're saying like, why do you need it? You know, I don't know your policy about the Brevard County Sheriffs, but I know policies across the country that, like the NYPD, for example, their policy is to identify when told to. Did I engage your traffic stop at all? I was 10 to 15 feet away from you, and you said, can I help you with something? And then I came closer, and I was...
I'm sure he kind of already explained it when the people we deal with, we don't know you. We don't know what your intentions are.
I mean, you don't know anybody, though, sir.
And
you know?
I would love to say this, first of all.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that I'm Deputy Weber. My badge number is 4849, and the reason why I acted that way towards you is honestly I had a negative predisposition about you, and I apologize for that. I thought that you were coming in here heated, but now that I've spoken to you,
no.
I appreciate that, and I actually genuinely respect what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, I seriously do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I apologize for the way
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And can I just give you my perspective on it? I deal with law enforcement. And like you said, you had a predisposition. I deal with law enforcement who have taken my camera, thrown it, assaulted me, put me in jail. I've dealt with a lot of things. But when I come up to a traffic stop or I'm going inside of a city hall and I have a interaction with a law enforcement officer, you're wearing the same uniform as, like, you know what I mean, a similar uniform. And I never once take out any of the animosity that I might have on some of the tyrants that I deal with on anybody. I don't know you. You're Deputy Campione. You know, you're Deputy Weber. I don't know you. Let's meet. Hi, how are you? You know, I understand that there's some people with cameras that aren't as cordial and you know, I don't know. There's some people with cameras that abuse the camera. I will say that.
Yeah, there's definitely some.
I will say that. I will say that. There are people out there that will abuse the camera. Are they breaking the law? No, but you know, we have a First Amendment right to call you a pig and stuff. I don't know. I don't think that is. I believe in their right to call you whatever they want to call you because it's their right. But I think it's First Amendment protected. But I don't think that it's productive to achieving the goal that I'm trying to achieve, which is transparency, police reform, things like that.
And just what you said to him, it didn't give me that. I didn't think that way. So that's why I said that to you. So I want to tell you I'm sorry.
Right. No, I was just trying to, and I appreciate that. And listen, I don't want, this was not to escalate anything. I took steps back when you, back when you asked me to. I'm not like, I don't need to move from here, right? I said, all right, I'll take a few steps back. But, you know, taking steps back is kind of like.
And also for your safety, we don't know this guy. What if he decides to...
Right, there's a million things that could happen, Deputy, right. There's a million things that could happen. But I've been told many times, like, hey, step out of the street. I don't want you getting hit by a car, things like that. You know, it just, to me, it's like, you know, you just don't like the camera. And I know you guys wear cameras. Do you have a camera on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have body cameras, but we do have dash cameras and my microphone.
Oh, you have microphones and, oh, okay.
So even though this might, well, there's a wide lens, so it probably comes out to about here.
Gotcha.
But, I mean,
are you guys like in the process of implementing them, or you think that's like as much as, you know?
I think this is all we're gonna have.
And your sheriff here for Brevard County is who?
Wayne Ivey.
Wayne Ivey, right.
So do you live? You don't have to answer obviously, but do you live around here, or you travel around? You said you travel all over the
right. No. I'm from. My name is Sean. I'm from Long Island. I run a channel called Long Island Audit.
I think I know.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think I've seen it on YouTube.
Yeah, I run a channel called Long Island Audit. Yeah, and
I
I visit Florida frequently. Like I said, I travel to Texas. I've been almost to all 50 states already. I've done police trainings in Ohio with police departments, the Hubbard Police Department, Union City. I mean, excuse me, not the Union City, the North Bergen Police Department in New Jersey, ride-alongs and stuff like that. You know, I'm trying to bridge the gap between law enforcement and the public because obviously, as you guys know, you know, there's no love lost, right? You know, things need to get better.
So we do have a new law. I know that I'm sure you look at a lot of different states' laws, but we do have a new one coming out for Florida. I think it was effective
January. Yep, the 20. Yes, of course. 25 foot distance from
whatever, and then if they don't
a first responder, right? Yeah. See that they implemented a similar law in Arizona. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but they implemented a similar law in Arizona, and the court system ruled that it was unconstitutional. So you know, once
their Supreme Court or the United States?
It was a federal district court. Okay. So again, there's different district courts over here in Florida, but you know, they ruled that it was unconstitutional. I don't like a 25-foot rule necessarily, me personally. I don't like a hard line because it's scenario, it's case to case scenario, right? You know, a 25 foot might be good in certain scenarios, and other scenarios it might not be as good. You know, the whole point of recording is to actually get what's happening. You know, it's not to, you know, just I don't want to be too close, but I don't want to be too far either. So I think it's like a case by case thing. I will be challenging that law when it comes out. That's what I do. So I have cases inside of the federal Supreme Court, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals, which is right below the Supreme Court. I took the NYPD to court over a rule they implemented in the precincts. You know, I will be challenging that law when it comes out because I don't think it's constitutional, and we got to see, right? We got to take it to court. We got to take it to court and see. Well, yeah, I don't want to hold you guys up any longer. I appreciate the conversation. Thank you. It was nice. Yes, of course. It was nice meeting you, sir. It was nice meeting you, sir. Take care, okay? Stay safe out there, guys. Thanks. No problem. All right, guys, we're going to be getting out of here. All right, fellow patriots, I want to briefly state that the interaction in this video between myself and the two deputies at the traffic stop in Brevard County, Florida, was far from the worst interaction I've had with law enforcement. It wasn't perfect, but I give major credit to the deputy for apologizing for his behavior. It takes a real man to apologize and accept accountability for his actions, which we rarely see in law enforcement, so I want to really highlight that. That being said, I think it is completely unacceptable that the Brevard County sheriffs do not have body cameras. We're almost in the year 2025 and no body cameras. I am actually very confused as to why, because the sheriff of Brevard County, Wayne Ivey, absolutely loves cameras.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and oh yeah, it's ladies' night. Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and it's time for another great episode of Wheel of Fugitive.
Like a lot of sheriffs in the police state of Florida, Sheriff Ivey loves to put people charged with crimes on blast for the world to see, even though they have a presumption of innocence and the sheriff is potentially tainting the jury pool and the accused's right to a fair trial. But of course, Sheriff Ivey doesn't care about all that. He only cares about promoting his pro-police propaganda to the residents of Brevard County so he can continue to be elected and stay in power. For someone who loves the camera so much, it is truly shocking why he wouldn't want body cameras in his department. Maybe there's criminal behavior going on that he doesn't want us to see. Sheriff Ivey has hundreds of videos all over social media with thousands of views, but I couldn't find the video of him speaking about the corruption in his department. So let me use my platform to help you out, Sheriff. A tale of a few bad apples at the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. Let's start off with the man himself, Sheriff Wayne Ivey. He faces multiple wrongful death lawsuits filed by civil rights attorneys. There are other lawsuits trying to hold Ivey accountable for fostering a culture of recklessness as embodied in his Wheel of Fugitives social media game show, which identified non-fugitives as fugitives 30% of the time. Let's not forget Lieutenant Burt Gammon, a 26-year veteran of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office and Fraternal Order of Police president, publicly invited cops accused of violence and racism to work in Brevard. We also have Deputy Jonathan Freitag. He was hired by Sheriff Ivey in spite of a national news story published on June 29, 2020 in the Washington Post, which reported that Freitag was under FBI investigation for racially motivated traffic stops during his tenure as a patrol officer for the Fairfax County Police. Freitag is accused of stealing drugs from the police property room, planting drugs on innocent people, and stopping motorists without legal basis. An all-around tyrant. And the Fairfax County prosecutors are now moving to throw out more than 400 criminal convictions based on his work, someone that Sheriff Wayne Ivey hired himself. Last but not least, we have Deputy Japhet Santiago Miranda, who fatally shot 2 teenagers, AJ Crooms and Sincere Pierce, in Cocoa during a traffic stop in which their vehicle was mistaken for a stolen car. According to the lawsuit, Santiago Miranda was negligently hired and retained by Sheriff Ivey as he had an alarming and disqualifying criminal history, which included a conviction for burglary and charges for battery. This is the Brevard County Sheriff's Office that he doesn't promote. Sheriff Wayne Ivey does not promote on his social media for the world to see. Only the pro-police propaganda that he wants you to. Seems like Sheriff Ivey needs to rethink his anti-transparency, no body camera policy. This investigation is far from over. I will be in Brevard County again shortly. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you in the next video. Long Island Audit. Peace.